Hey guys, it's Savine. And
I'm Minerva.
okay, so today we're making a simple dry noodle dish. It's called marinade in Cambodian. Basically, steamed noodles with fresh veggies and sweet and sour fish sauce. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm cutting the green onions. This green onion, I'm going to saute with some oil, and I'm going to put it on top of the noodles, and then I'm going to steam it. So these, it gives the noodles, a good aroma. And what you're going to do is you're going to pour it into the noodles and steam it, so it gives you that nice aroma. And you just cut it, as thin as you can, but it's, when green onion cook, it's going to get small anyway. But
this vegetables already pre-washed them, and you have lettuce, mint, cilantro,
basil,
cucumber, and bean
eggplant, and bean sprouts. So she already pre-washed it over there. While I was doing something else. So she's going to cut the cucumbers. She's going to show you how to cut the cucumbers. You want the cucumbers kind of thin, but you're really basically making a salad if you think about it. It's a noodle salad. And you could use pork. I usually use pork belly with this dish, but today I'm actually using chicken. Ready marinated is in the oven. The marinade only consists of pretty much fish sauce, black pepper, a little bit of salt. So pretty much, I'd say about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, a teaspoon of salt, and black pepper. That's all you want, because you're going to have flavor from the sauce that I have to make for it. And I'll show you how to do that once I get everything else done. But so these green onions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute it, and then she will show you everything else.
You want them kind of thin, not too thin, not too thick, but they're not all going to come out perfect. So as long as they're edible.
All kinds of noise over here. All right, so here I have a skillet. Instead of using vegetable oil, I use olive oil. Like I said, I'm into more healthier cooking now. I mean, you can use vegetable if you don't have any of the olive oil or whatever. Great, okay. So my grandbaby's crying in the background there. You hear her. She's not happy. So I'm just sauteing this green onion to get the aroma out. This is what's going to go in the noodles when I steam them. There. So you just want to saute it till it gets soft. So you don't need to cook it long. Probably about a couple minutes just to soften up the green onions. Once you smell the aroma, you can turn off the heat. I have these noodles soaking. They're called rice sticks. They're almost like the thing like a vermicelli noodles. So you see it's really thin, but they're rice sticks, not vermicelli noodles. So you can see I have the steamer. I usually steam it with sticky rice, but I'm going to steam my noodles in it. So what you do is you just put some water in this pot. This is how you steam. You steam sticky rice like that, but I use it to steam my noodles. So I'm just going to take my noodles and pour it in here. Green onions that you just sauteed, I'm just going to pour it over here. I mean, you could wait to do it, but I like to do it while I'm steaming. Just kind of mix it in so it goes down to the bottom, like that. Now you're just going to wait to let it steam for about 5 minutes, and it'll get nice and soft.
And over here you have the cucumber, and she wanted bean sprout together. So that's done. Okay guys, so Sabine's making a sweet and sour sauce and she needs this garlic chopped up, so make sure you crush it with the flat end of your knife to peel the skin off, to make it easier to take the skin off.
So here I'm gonna make the sauce to go with these noodles. I usually about a cup, but I don't measure. But I'm gonna say a cup of sugar with a cup of, and you can add more later, but I like to do it the way my mom used to do it. Some people just boil water and they just add the sugar. But I like to make mine, I like to caramelize my sugar until it gets like that dark, rich, golden brown. So, but I use about a cup of sugar, maybe more, depending on your taste, if you like it sweet, you know, so. But I just kind of brown the sugar first, so that way I'll get that nice caramel color. And most important, you need vinegar, you need fish sauce, so everything's 1 cup. And then make sure that you have your water handy, because this, once you pour in the water, it helps stop the caramelization process, because you don't want to burn the sugar. Burning sugar is a no-no because sugar gets really bitter. But you can feel your sugar when it gets kind of hard, you know, it's starting to, then it's going to start melting, and you can smell the sugar as it gets, you know, caramelized. See, as you can see, it's beginning to melt, and you can smell the caramelization. So when it gets brown enough, then you add your water slowly, because it will pop, as you can see. And you can make as much as you need or little as you need, but I make enough to, so I use like a big bowl of water, so this bowl right here. And you just add to it and just, you know, stir it until the sugar, you know, melts back out. But this helps stop the caramelization process, so your sugar do not burn. Now you can turn your heat down. And you always want to do your sugar on like medium heat. I had it on high heat, I'm sorry. And because it's better that way, so you don't burn your sugar fast. Yeah, as you can see, it's beginning to melt. Okay. So I'm adding a little more water because I don't think that's going to be enough for my family, because I do have a lot of people over for dinner. So you see, like the color is like a brown color. See how the sugar has melted down into the water now. And so what now you can do is turn off the heat, because you don't need it for nothing else now. That was just to kind of brown the sugar. So I'm going to add probably about a cup. I'm just going to squeeze it in, but a cup of vinegar. I pretty much do everything by ear. So do about a cup of vinegar and a cup of fish sauce. I know you've seen me shake the bottle, but I'm used to this, so I know. Okay, so once I do that, stir it around and kind of mix everything, make sure it's blending in together. And I believe my noodles are steaming really well. Okay, it's not ready yet. It's steaming, but it's not up to the top yet. Alright, so just stir it around a little bit. So I'm going to taste it. You always want to make sure you taste it, because you want to make sure it's the right amount of sweetness, the right amount of tanginess, and of course saltiness. Ah, perfect. Maybe a little bit more sugar. It's more tangy than sugar. So it's good for me, but some more people like sweet. So I'm just going to add a little bit more sugar. Probably about like a handful. That should be good. But as far as my tanginess level, it's perfect. Don't need nothing else. Alright, so basically now she's pouring the garlic that she chopped up and the pepper. So this just gives it more flavor. I like to add it because the pepper gives it a little bit of kick, spiciness level. It's not spicy enough to burn you, but you know, don't eat the peppers if you're not into spicy. But it gives you that peppery, spicy taste. And the garlic gives it that garlicky flavor. So, I'm going to taste it again because I added more sugar. Perfect. All right. So that's it for the sauce, y'all. That's very simple. Pour, really, well, no, wait. Water, fish sauce, sugar, vinegar, garlic, and pepper. 5 ingredients, but it's very simple to make. Now you can do it the easy way where you can just boil the water. Once the water is boiling, add your sugar, add your fish sauce and your vinegar. Turn off the heat once the sugar melts, and then add your garlic and your pepper. But that's it for this sauce. I'm done with that. So the next thing, and I guess we'll be right back.
So this next part, I gotta mash these peanuts in this smasher thing. Forgot what it's called. Mortar pedestal. Mortar and pestle. And then she just needs like a handful of peanuts, about that much, depending on your family and how much sauce you're making. And same thing, you just mash it. That's it. You want a good, like a pasty, right, Simi?
Yeah,
not pasty, but like crumbled. Don't make peanut butter.
Okay, so these are how the noodles look like. So it's nice and soft. Right now, it's hot. So I just do an additional way is you make it like a salad. It's kind of pretty much there. So I'm just gonna make it easy for everybody. I'm just gonna make this into a salad. I'm breaking up the salad. I'm gonna add lettuce. And then I'm just gonna put it at the bottom. Okay. So she got, you know, the herbs and these 5 cucumbers, the lettuce. So next, I'm just gonna add the noodles. Usually you make it like a lettuce wrap, like I said. Eat it with your fingers. It's really a finger food. And you can cut the noodles. I didn't cut the noodles, so that's why they're still long. So you just add it to that like this. Go ahead and sprinkle some peanuts on there, if you don't mind. Then what I'm going to do is cut the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's the chicken that I made earlier. So basically, I just, like I said, I marinated this chicken boneless thigh because I think the boneless thighs have more flavor to it than chicken breast because it gets dry. But usually, you can also use a pork belly. You just boil it or bake it, depending on your taste. But I baked these for about an hour on 400. And then what I'm going to do is this one. So I'm just going to take one of these thighs. So what you want to do is just cut it like that. And just add it to your bowl. It looks like that. And then you just take some of the sauce and pour it over. You can use as much as you want, whatever, depending on your taste, like I said. And that's it. Voila. That's your salad. And it's called manhoi. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you try the recipe. If you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back to you with the answer. Take care. Try and let me know what you think. Bye-bye for now.